The graphics are awesome, just the capability behind these. And I think, going from, I guess, even, I wouldn't say a GameCube to the Wii, but I think going from the Wii to the Wii U was a pretty big advancement in the graphics of these games. And even the games beyond this thing, I mean, it's kind of sad because Nintendo actually went ahead and kind of, ported over some of these games to the Switch because nobody really bought them. Obviously things like the Skylanders and stuff, but obviously with, New Super Mario Bros. U, you do have that New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. So they pretty much just prepackaged that game with a couple more different things inside of it, but it's essentially the same game. And I do think at the end of the day, the Nintendo Wii U is a very solid console. I think it's just very sad that Nintendo pretty much didn't, expand the capability with a crazy amount. And I think with that being said, I think the Wii U is a pretty important game at the end of it. I think for the things that it brought, like the internet browsers and a lot of different, I think it really did try to focus in on something more than just the console, and I mentioned this with the DS, video I did not too long ago. With the Nintendo DS, it was almost like if you had that console, you couldn't do anything outside of it. The Nintendo DSi and the Nintendo Wii were big improvements in that specific thing, where if you didn't have any games, at least you can still download like the Netflix app or the YouTube app and still do different things. And that's why when I think about the Nintendo Wii U, that was a bigger improvement in that standpoint. Not only could you play those games on the actual console, but you can actually take those on the gamepad with you and play those games on the go, or at least, in your house as well. And I think if they marketed it that way, that would have been a lot better. Had they marketed it with the games in mind and really like showcase the graphical improvements of those games, that would have been super crazy in my opinion. But this Wii U launch is almost like a case study for, what not to do when marketing a device. It just seemed like there wasn't a, console to me even, which is so crazy. It just didn't seem like, you could actually play these things on the TV. From what I remember, before I even bought a Nintendo Wii U, it was just that portable console. And I was like, oh, that's great. But again, some people actually want an at-home console they can play on the TV, not knowing that that was actually the case. So again, I think the capability behind the Wii U is awesome. And to be honest, if you went ahead and bought a Wii U, I would probably recommend it. I think the Wii U is actually a solid console. The games are super cheap. You can mod these things up like crazy. Obviously, like I said, if you're trying to find a portable console, the Switch is the better way to go, hands down. But these Wii U's, to be honest, I bought this Wii U many years ago. I resold it at that time, and I looked at it now, and I'm like, wow, these Wii U's are still going for around the same price. These Wii U's are like still going up in value, and it's crazy because obviously this Wii U isn't like the craziest console ever made. It doesn't have the best amount of game selection or anything, but it's very rare. Nintendo discontinued it. There weren't a lot out, and that thing actually really ended up holding its value pretty well. So I think at the end of the day, the Wii U is a solid console. It's a historical figure. Yes, it didn't sell too well, and yeah, it probably didn't make a crazy big impact, but as I mentioned before, without the Wii U, we wouldn't have gotten games or the gaming consoles like the Nintendo Switch and those graphical improvements and the hybrid console that we now have as being a portable console and an at-home console. That was kind of illustrated with the Nintendo Wii U. It wasn't flawless at that time, obviously, but without the Wii U, we wouldn't have gotten the Switch. And that's kind of what I've been saying for the last couple of years now. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.